All right, How We Learn, Chapter 5 is entitled The Hidden Value of Ignorance. And it's actually about testing. And, a little bit earlier we mentioned that being tested on something that you don't know a lot about actually has sort of unexpected positive effects for learning. And at the same time, being tested when you don't know much about it, when you've just been exposed a little bit to the information, is also desirable. And one of the reasons that this happens has to do with what we've learned before about memory, which is that we reinforce our memory by revisiting it and making the effort to draw out of our memory some of the things that we've learned. And basically, you get better testing through testing. So, in fact, testing something early and often is actually to our advantage. And basically, the optimal amount of, so for example, if you have an hour to study, it's best to spend about 30% of that taking in information. So, for example, reading a passage, and then the other 70% of that time should be devoted to trying to recite, work with, write down as much as you can remember, and trying to bring that out of your memory before you revisit it again. So, for example, you might spend 20 minutes reading a passage, and then the other 40 minutes talking about the passage or reciting everything you know, writing all that you can about it. And so the implication for us as teachers is, when is testing most effective? Is it best a big test at the end of the course, or do periodic tests given earlier in the term make more sense? And clearly, the evidence shows that testing early and often is really has the best effects for learning. So that is the first part of Chapter 5. More to come.